am actually really excited to lead 3 of the final panels of the youth-led events this year. And we are going to get started. So I think the best way to start is to begin with hearing from some past contestants and winners. We want to hear some success stories, and hopefully next year I'll be hearing some more. So I would like to invite to the stage, actually, you know what? Let me begin with Mr. Edson. Mr. Edson is the Chief Financial Economist and Coordinator at the Enable Youth Program at the African Development Bank. Please come to the stage. Welcome. I would also like to invite Miss Aggie Konde. She is the VP Program Innovation and Delivery Officer at AGRA. You look very nice in that green. And last but not least, can I please have Miss Delphine Tre? Did I say it right? I didn't. Please correct me. What is it? Traole. That is how I say it. She's the regional CEO of Alliance Africa, and she's also an AGRA board member. So I think let's kick off this panel by talking about youth mentorship. And I'm going to first talk about, you know, some of the challenges faced by youth trying to access resources. I think we can all agree this is one of the most difficult things, yet one of the most essential steps to actually getting our businesses off the ground. So if you could share some words of wisdom that you have learned on your journey to just help these youths. So let's start with you, Mr. Edson. Let's talk about your youth engagement and mentorship. How important do you think it is to engage and empower youth in Africa's agricultural sector? And what role can mentorship play in fostering their success?
Thank you very much, Sherry. Good morning, everyone. I'm glad to see a almost full room on the last day of the conference. I want to come to at your question from the perspective of my institution, the African Development Bank, in terms of how we support youth and provide mentorship. It is critical. I think an important message I'd like to share is that we believe that it's important to provide a comprehensive support to the youth, not only looking at one aspect, because we have institutions, for example, the African Development Bank, we're a financial institution. People expect us to just give financing. But if you give financing without the skills, provision, then it won't work. If you provide that in a country without the enabling environment to support the youth, then that won't work. So we try to provide a comprehensive and, if possible, long-term support as well. So one example is the Enable Youth program that the bank has established to support youth agripreneurs. The program has been running for about 6 years, and we've tried to provide as much of a comprehensive engagement as we can. The program has 3 pillars. The first pillar is working on on policy and the enabling environment. I'll give you an example. For example, access to land. This is a policy issue that the government has to take up. Here in Tanzania, we are working right now, we are designing a program for BBT, and it was announced a couple of days ago with our Vice President, $100 million project by the end of this year. One aspect that this project is addressing is access to land for youth. So the government has actually acquired land. They'll design block farms, and the youth who will participate there will receive long-term leases in those block farms. It has to be long-term. If you're going to invest your money, you don't want to invest for just 3 years or 4 years. This is 10 years and above leases. So that is one aspect on the policy enabling environment. The second aspect is on providing skills, technologies, and mentorship. So the Enable Youth provides this through an incubation period. So the skills you provide also is not a training of a weekend or 1 week, no. Most of you who have done agriculture, you know that you cannot provide these skills within a period of 2 weeks in a boot camp. For example, if you want to go into fish farming, you'll need to understand what size of fish, what size of pond, where you get your lining from, where you'll get the fingerlings from, the feeds for those fingerlings, the access to market. This is a training that has to have at least 4, 5, 6 months for somebody to really get the feeling. Even that, ideally if it's small, it's better, but you try to balance that. That is one aspect. And the last aspect, within that training on the skills, the technologies, we also provide business skills as well. So not only agronomic, but business skills. When you're talking about setting up your own business, business plan, that's a standard. But when you're running your business, do you understand what is a term sheet? How do you set up legal agreements with your partners? So these are all very important aspects that the youth who are going to set up their business need to understand very well. And lastly, of course, the big question, access to finance. So we have a number of instruments depending on where the youth are along their growth. Some at the early stage, some are at mid-stage, some are mature youth. So we have different types, or we provide different types of financing facilities. It could be credit, it could be equity, it could be guarantees, technical assistance, depending on what the youth would need. So this, in a nutshell, we've tried to provide a comprehensive approach, and hopefully have a long-term approach. And lastly, I'm finishing here, is the bank is actually in the process of establishing what we call the Youth Entrepreneurship Investment Bank. So we're bringing these facilities to address access to finance over a longer period of time. It's still very new. I think we've only approved one so far in Liberia, but we're in discussions in different countries to be able to provide access to finance. Same time, what I just said, different types of instruments and facilities to be able to address you. So I think that is what I'd like to share. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That was really insightful. So, Ms. Conde, collaboration often leads to more impactful outcomes. How do you approach partnerships and collaborations with other organizations, government bodies, or fellow entrepreneurs to advance your initiatives?
No, thank you very much. I'm just trying to figure out how to respond to that in response to young entrepreneurs. And probably they said, do not reinvent the wheel. If something is working, you don't need to fix it. So I think partnerships and collaborations are a resource that any entrepreneur can leverage, right? So as young entrepreneurs or solo entrepreneurs, which is actually what I want to think you are, because you are a founder, you're a CEO, you're a solo entrepreneur, you're a finance director, you're a marketer, you're everything, right? The question to ask yourself is, what are the critical success factors that I need to get right in my business for me to thrive? And those areas, if you're not an expert in those areas, you need to find strategic partners that bring that capability. So there's got to be a canvas or a model in which you seek partnership that is actually going to give you a 10x advantage. So it's going to take you 10 miles ahead of the game, because the people you're partnering with have skin in the game. So at Agro, when we're looking for partners, we're looking for partners who have skin in the game or who are already doing something in the business, and then we complement rather than compete. So that is one way of looking for partners. But also for startups, we all know the statistic around most startups do not live past their 3rd year or 5th year. But what I think we normally forget is the cost of the 3 years. So I usually tell entrepreneurs that make sure you acquire your PhD in 1 year, your PhD in failing or succeeding in 1 year, by learning very fast and avoiding repeating the errors that you're learning. So speaking to the young people a couple of days since the AGRM started, I was only asking one question. Walk me through your balance sheet. Walk me through your P&L. And it has not surprising, because it's not actually a very easy conversation unless people are coming from the finance background, to understand that business to thrive needs an engine, and the engine is income. But when you earn it, how do you efficiently use that resource called money? And how does much of that stay in the business, which is the bottom line? So for all entrepreneurs in the room who are not great with numbers, I always say numbers don't lie. So whether it is numbers of your lead, how many customers you're bringing in your pipeline, whether it is the cost of acquiring the customer, whether it is the cost of keeping that customer, are very important metrics. So I always say, think about it like when you go to a doctor. What do? They check your BP, they check your insulin, they check your weight, they check what are the metrics that you measure and how frequently in your business. And are you honest about that? That is one. So lastly, I think I want to talk about two things. One is social capital. I think we talk about partnerships too broadly, and many times we want to move to, private capital, which is very expensive. But as a startup, you've got social capital, which is your family, your friends, your associates, other businesses you've met here that are complementary. Are you trustworthy? Are your values equal to what the bank will say KYC? That if I evaluate who you are as an individual, are you worthy of me? I know most of you have probably read the book, The Speed of Trust. Are you worthy of me signing a deal without asking for a due diligence? If you are not, it does not matter. The reason banks do heavy due diligence is because they can't trust your word. So if your family cannot trust your word, if your partners that have dealt with you in the past have burnt their fingers, how can a bank that doesn't know you trust you? So you must be able to build that social capital that your word supersedes your behaviors and that you can be trusted to earn $1 million without a due diligence. That is the speed of trust. The second piece of guidance I would like to give is start with the end in mind. What is your purpose of investing in that business? If it is just because I was told fish farming is the next big thing, or poultry is the next big thing, or this is the next big thing, and you don't have a very clear big purpose, you're going to go in and burn your fingers. I went into 15 businesses and all of them failed because I was chasing the wind. So please learn from others that have been there and ensure that when you get in, this is something you want to do cross-generational, and that will make you stay. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for your honesty, because it's true. I know that in the UK, I've taken different loans for different investments, and as far as the UK is concerned, it's all about numbers. Like, your word doesn't even matter. It's like, what's your credit score? How much has your business made in the last 3 years? And we young people spend so much time trying to build our credit and make ourselves worthy. So I'm glad at least your word counts here, because I know in Africa, young people can be quite discouraged to take loans from the bank and think that it's not even something that's possible. But just listening to the two of you, it sounds like it's very much possible, but you have to take your time to do your due diligence. Don't just think because your business idea sounds great that you're automatically entitled to a loan or help from the bank. But then another thing from all your failures is, maybe if you get rejected once, don't be discouraged, don't give up, keep trying. And we can see that there are different sources of funds as well. So yeah, thank you both. I would like to move on to Miss Delphine. So please tell me, what advice would you give to us, the global youths, about the new or untapped opportunities that are opening up in the world? And for example, the blue economy and climate finance. How best can we position ourselves for this wave? So 2 questions in one.
Thank you, and thank you, Generation Africa, for the work that you do for the youth across Africa. I'd like to reiterate the feedback from my 2 panelists here. which was a lot of practical advice on how you build your business, how you grow your business. It's not always easy. There will be challenges. You fall, you get up. I would like to take it on a different path at the global level. We in Africa have an opportunity, the youth in particular in Africa, have an opportunity that no one else in the world has. We are today a 1.4 billion people, 70% are the youth. In the next 25 years, will probably be 2.5 billion. Of that, 70%, so almost 1.7 billion people will be under 30. And then we look at this context and we see today that we are importing almost $50 billion worth of food to feed Africa. In 5 years, we are expecting this will be 100 billion. Young people, this is your money. This is your money, your hard-earned money that is being spent to bring food from outside to feed Africa. We have the largest arable land on this continent. Granted, our soil has some issues, and this is where innovation comes in, and this is where you come in. The rest of us are on the other side almost now, but this is where opportunities like this at Generation Africa or other opportunities that you get to innovate and to take your continent back. There is absolutely no reason why Africa cannot just feed itself, because there's a large number of people, there's large land, but then our unemployment rate on this continent, especially for the youth, is still outrageously large. So when you take all these together, it sits with you. So there is no reason to be discouraged. Numbers don't lie. I sit in my business when, your ideas can be great ideas, you believe in them deeply, but you also have to make sure that the people that you have in front of you that are supposed to finance you, that are supposed to guide you, also believe in your story. So you have to make it practical. If you say, I'm not a finance person, you better be a finance person, right? If you're going to build a business, you better understand the numbers. You cannot rely on somebody else to understand the numbers, and then you are telling myself, I have a vision, I have a dream, I know what I'm going to get to, but you are not going to get the financing if you don't understand your own numbers. The skills is important, as you shared. You need to skill yourself up. You need to learn. There's a lot of free learning opportunities across Africa. On this platform here at AGRF, you need to upskill yourself, you need to learn, because if not, you will keep spending your hard-earned money to buy food from a farmer in the US, in the UK, in Asia. Thank you.
Wow. Let's try again. There we go. Thank you. Honestly, even though I'm here to moderate, every year that I come to the Generation Africa events, I leave feeling wiser. I leave with ideas for my own business. So I know we come here, of course, to compete and to win, but I hope that you are taking away knowledge from this event that will actually help you to still access resources, maybe even more than whatever the prize money is. So thank you so much for your words of wisdom. I'm really excited to have these next people on stage. I remember some of them from last year, and they're gonna come and give you an idea of what it's like to win one of the Generation Africa Awards. So I would like to start by inviting Esther Kimani onto the stage. Looking spectacular, as always. So Esther was actually our GoGettaz winner, grand prize winner last year, and I remember we were in Rwanda together, and I remember looking at her, giving her presentation and saying, This girl, she could literally sell me oxygen. I didn't even care what she was saying, but she was just so good at presenting. So I'm so happy that you won, and I can see that things have been going very well. You look fantastic. Next, I would like to invite Miss Anaporka Adazabra. Where are you? She is the CEO of Farmio Ghana. Guys, look at what farmers look like, honestly. These are the farmers of today. Wow. And last but not least, oh, that's it. Last but not least, it's me. You know what? I think you guys are actually, just by looking at you, I want to be a farmer. Because growing up, I remember just looking at my grandparents just barefoot and the feet deep in the mud. And I never really got to see the glamorous side of farming. So you're really showing it off well. So let me start with you, Esther. Could you first introduce yourself?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sherry. I'm Esther Kimani. I'm the founder and CEO, Farmer Lifeline Technologies, where we get farmers ahead of crop pests and diseases. We leverage artificial intelligence, machine learning, and computer vision algorithms for timely detection of pests and diseases. And we notify farmers through simple SMS on the mobile phone with recommendations of what they should apply and the exact quantities as a solution. Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you, Esther. And next, please, Ms. Anaporka, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and your business?
Okay, thank you. So my name is Anaporka Adazabra. I'm a Ghanaian, so the Ghanaians in the house. So yes, I co-founded and I'm currently the team lead for Farmio. And at Farmio, we basically leverage greenhouse farming and circular economy principles to provide full value chain solutions to our farmers. So our product is actually really simple. We recycle metal into greenhouse structures, affordable greenhouse structures for smallholder farmers. And then we use technology through a simple e-platform that we call the Farmio Super App, where farmers can have access to e-learning resources, book agronomists, book farm visits, sell their products or buy quality crop inputs. So we provide all of these services for the farmers, ensuring that they are able to grow their food organically, sustainably, and also linking them to markets at the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Anaporka. So Esther, could you just talk about how winning the $50,000 GoGettaz grand prize has impacted your business and just how life has been since then?
Okay, thank you, Sherry. To be honest, I think it was the first award that we received as Farmer Lifeline. And the ripple effect that the award had, first on visibility and awareness, creating awareness even locally in Kenya that, hey, such a company exists to solve this and this kind of problem. And that was a great impact for us, if we look at it that way. When I was applying for the GoGettaz, we were actually three employees, if I can say 3 employees, I being one, and 2 were not permanent, actually, at Farmer Lifeline. As we speak, we have 9 in the office, and yeah, that's something to be glad about, and 14 trainer of trainers, meaning Farmer Lifeline is creating employment, and it's a ripple effect that Generation Africa actually had on Farmer Lifeline. They actually requested us to send a video recording ourselves and what we do. So by that time, the recording that I did was in a bed sitter. Those who are from, how many identify with bed sitters? Yeah, we were actually in a bed sitter for an office, and we would squeeze together, and the team was okay with being in a bed sitter because the vision was there. And as we speak, we've already moved to actually a bigger office, and we're able to continue with our operations. What I'm trying to say is, inspiration from Generation Africa and the support that we received gave us the push we needed. And I think that's the call that the youth currently do have, is that we have the ideas. Most of us have identified our markets, but we need the right support. We were talking about financing. It's not that we need cheap financing, but we need patient financing. As a startup, if you look at most of the startups and you tell them to take a loan when they're beginning their companies, they barely have collateral or the like. But when you have financial partners who are willing to incubate a startup and believe in them and be patient with them with growth, I think that this is just the impact that we have. And maybe just last but not least, I'll give an example of one of the winners last year of Pitch AgriHack. She was from Tunisia, Imen. And I was asking her about the context, the startup context in Tunisia. And I was actually surprised that the government is very intentional in Tunisia. They incubate their own startups. So startups know where to go for support. They get the financing from the startup ecosystem, and they actually get their products pushed to market by this same ecosystem. They are evaded from tax for the first 8 years. Ask a startup what 8 years means without tax. That's a lot that they can do. So I've heard a lot about discussions, but governments need to be intentional with their youths in agribusiness, or even just the youth. They need to be very intentional. So thank you. I'll continue sharing more.
Congratulations again, Esther. So I've just been informed that we have another winner in the building. Well, we have loads of winners. We're all winners. But we have a past AYute winner. And can I welcome Mr. Samson Alemu? Samson Alemu is the co-founder of Thur Biotech. And as I mentioned, you are one of our previous winners as well. You guys look great. Now, Samson, as the co-founder of, actually, can you tell us a little bit about your company?
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad to be here. I thought I was I was missing. Yeah, so.
You were the last but not least. It was you, not me.
Yeah, so Thur Biotech, we're actually using the biological systems to solve some of the biggest challenges in agriculture, specifically in the agricultural input sector, without involving GMOs. So currently we're using bacteria to increase productivity, also to replace chemical fertilizers, and also to enable farmers to farm on acidic soil and then heal the soil as they go. So that's what we're currently doing. Thank you.
Amazing. So, Ms. Anaporka, in many African cultures, agriculture holds deep cultural roots and significance. So how have you been able to leverage this cultural connection to enhance the adoption and acceptance of ag-tech solutions among local communities?
Yes, thank you very much. So for me personally, I grew up in a farming community up north and in the northern parts of Ghana. And what it meant was that every day when there's one person going to the farm, 3, 4, 5 people in the family would have to join them to go. When it was time to cultivate one person's plot, we could literally call everybody in the community, come and help us plant, and then the next time it's someone else's turn. So there was that unity created for everybody to join in. We have a word we use that we call enobwa in Ghana. It means unity in farming. Come together and grow. And so for us, what we had to do to translate that into our solution was to leverage on existing farmer networks that were already there. So we basically offer a solution to farmer cooperatives, tell them about what works, teach them, and then they go ahead and extend it. I must say that one of the most important parts of this network that we've created is also female farmers or market women. they are one of the people that would consistently disseminate whatever information or knowledge you give them. You tell them today that, oh, it's good for you to apply this kind of manure to your crops. They would go and tell 5, 10 people to do that. And they'll teach them, they'll tell them that it works, so do it. It's like when we are sitting in a classroom and somebody tells you that, oh, hey, I use this cream, it's really good. That's a girl telling you, right? So you're convinced to go ahead and do it because you've had somebody share the same experience with you. So that's the same thing when it comes to that community that we have out there. And another thing is simplifying this technology and making sure it works for our farmers. It's a good thing to hear the big words in programs like this, but when you go to the farmers, that's not what we have to teach them. Like, we've had to break it down and have them understand that it's not AI, it's simply a tool that helps you receive information that you need to grow your plants. So in simplifying the technology using existing networks, we're able to leverage that cultural atmosphere that already exists, unity in agriculture, to teach our farmers and to help them better their products. Thank you.
Thank you. What was the phrase again?
Ndobwa.
And I like that, come together and grow.
Yeah.
It's kind of got a double meaning.
Yeah.
Mr. Samson, innovation is an ongoing process, as we know. Can you talk about how your business model, products, and approaches have evolved since receiving the AYute Award?
Yeah, thanks again. So, when you see the agricultural inputs market in Africa and even the whole world, so when you see chemical fertilizers or chemical agricultural inputs, they are not good for the soil, they are not healthy, and also they continue to harm the environment. And when you look at the currently available organic fertilizers, they don't have immediate impact. And also in terms of productivity, they are a bit less productive, so which makes less desirable for farmers. So we come up with this idea to solve those problems. We come up with a product that has more productivity, but organic, a product that has immediate impact, also organic. So we kind of get the small line to go to the market and to work with the farmers. But then we have been doing several greenhouse and field trials for the past 3 years. And now it was just that time when you need like something to inject and to energize and to move to the next step. That's where AYute comes, and it's been a short time since I won AYute. I'm AYute 2023 winner, but we have gone through a lot of changes. We were 6 before AYute, and now we are 15.
Wow.
Yeah. So also we have been working with university laboratory. Now we are setting up our own laboratory, and we are ready to launch mass production in November. So it's been a huge change for 3 or 4 months. Yeah. So innovation, when you work in the agriculture sector and when you are working in Africa, that makes it more interesting. It becomes a huge challenge, the challenge of agriculture and the challenge of working in Africa with those whole problems. So that makes you more innovative, that requires more skills to become successful. So that's why I like this sector, and that's why I like to be committed to the sector now and in the future. Yeah, so we have been innovating around our products. We have been trying to find better ways of usage. Now we are advising farmers to use seed treatment methods, and also we have signed different partnerships to help us with our logistics and also the backward integration. But it was AYute who made everything possible. So I would like to say thank you for everyone and the stakeholders who have been involved in this program. Yeah, thank you so much.
And actually, I wanted to ask you if you've had to make any changes to your approaches, but you just answered that. It's an ever-changing It's an ever-changing thing. And what can others learn from your experience?
Yeah, I think what can we do is that we can keep going. We have to keep going, do what we can do, and wait for that right moment to come to our business and then to lift us up. But in the meantime, we have to keep working hard, and we have to be a little bit hard on ourselves, so that we can achieve what we are desperate for. And I think that's it. Being hard on yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Be hard on yourselves. And lastly, Esther, can you maybe share some of your milestones as well as some lessons learned since the last 12 months, since you won the 50,000 grand prize?
Okay, there have been quite a number of milestones that I can attribute first to, of course, the award itself. Of course, we needed the capital because we were working with 900 farmers then, and we needed to work on our research and development as was in the pitch, and we've been able to do that. And we are currently impacting over 5,000 farmers, trained and using the innovation. And I've seen that ripple effect also on other interested partners financially. I've gone ahead to receive other awards. Maybe I may not mention all of them here, but GoGettaz opened a window for visibility for those awards, for which I'm really grateful not only to Generation Africa, but all partners who came in to support Generation Africa in that endeavor. What are some of the things that I've learned? One would be a question to any CEO in the room, is that if you were to send an application to your company as CEO, would you be hired as the CEO? Like, your skills, do they qualify you to still be the CEO as you were last year? Your competency, your technology uptake, do they still qualify you to be a CEO? And that keeps you on toes. Like, you have to keep upskilling, as the previous panel has just said. You have to keep upskilling, you have to innovate, you have to forge partnerships to help you move forward. And that keeps us going also as Farmer Lifeline. You realize that in technology, what you knew yesterday, today might be actually very outdated. Like, I was looking at the Pitch AgriHack finalists as they were pitching yesterday, and I'm like, wow, in a span of 12 months, I mean, how technology has just changed, how people are viewing things differently. So for CEOs, CTOs, COOs, managing directors, ask yourself whether you'd still be hired by your company in that position that you are today. And if the answer is no, it's time to just do a quick check on what we need to do. Number two is that in the programs that we go to, I'll just talk about the fellowship program that we've had with Generation Africa. Yeah. There was a specific session where you had to look inward. Just look at yourself like in a mirror and see what your weaknesses are and your strengths are in the business. And I think it's a high time that we also do that, even at personal levels, so that our businesses continue to grow. So I've also learned that it's a continuous process of checking my leadership style, my decision making. How do I assign tasks to different team members based on their strengths, their weaknesses? And I keep learning this throughout. Then I think last but not least, something that was mentioned here was social capital. People meet for different conferences, different summits. Today, innovators have met with other innovators. Look for how we can collaborate. One of the questions I asked about financing in one of the panel sessions was how youth can be supported financially, because we feel like we are not supported enough financially. Yeah. And one of the answers that I actually got from one of the panelists was if we could also get into coalitions of youth, so that if it's an issue of policy, it's easier to disseminate information through these groups and coalition, like women, how they come in women groups, farmer groups, and it gets easier to reach them even with financing. If the youth could also buy into something like that, coming together so that even the information about the financing, the policies that affect them could also be easier. So I'm learning a lot, Sherry, and looking forward to still learn more along the journey. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm learning a lot, even just listening to you. I can see that over the last 12 months, you've really grown, and thank you for those inspiring words. And I think it's just like the previous panel said, being honest with yourself. We need to be honest with ourselves. We always need to continuously grow. Don't ever get to a place, even as a choreographer, I remember when I did This Is America, everyone thought I've made it and I don't need to do anything more. But I kept training, I kept researching, because there's always gonna be a new innovation. As you said, so much has changed in 12 months listening to the new winners. So there's always gonna be a new innovation, and if you're not constantly growing, then you will get left behind. And you also don't want to bring down your own company in the name of, I must be the CEO, you know? So if you're gonna take on that responsibility, take it very seriously. Let's give a round of applause to our panels. Thank you, guys. We've all been eagerly waiting to find out who the winners are. And I just want to say again, thank you to our partners. You've seen the significant impact that you've had on these young farmers. So to announce the first winner, I would like to to announce the first category, actually, because we have 3 categories. The first category is the 4 GoGettaz Impact Awards. The second category is the 2 AYute Awards. And the third category are the 6 Pitch AgriHack Awards. So there's a lot to be won today. So let's get started. Please can I welcome onto the stage, this is not the winner that I'm welcoming, okay? Before we all get really excited. But the person that I'm gonna welcome onto the stage is gonna help me to announce the 2 Generation Africa GoGettaz Impact Awards. Mr. Winston Odiambo, please could you come onto the stage? Let's give him a round of applause. Mr. Winston is the country manager for Tanzania and Rwanda to Yara. So I think you're gonna get handed a shiny envelope. I feel like we need a drum roll. Open it very slowly. Just create that suspense, you know?
And good morning, everyone. So I'm going to announce the GAPCT Impact Awards, and I'll be announcing 2 winners. The first winner is Martin Daibakue. Martin is, Martin is from Eco-Friendly Incubator. The company is from Sierra Leone. Congratulations, Martin.
Well done. Congratulations.
This is our second winner. Our second winner is Margaret Wanjiko. Margaret is from Pollen Patrollers from Kenya.
Thank you so much. Thank you both. Congratulations to our first winners of the day. So now we're moving on to the next impact winners. And these are going to be announced by Miss Aggie Konde. Please come back up.
All right, I hope I'll do better. And the winner for the GAPC Impact Awards is none other than Kasvita from Cameroon. Pelicans, no. Pelicans is not in the room. Whoa.
Is he here?
Oh. Okay, he stole our thunder. And the second winner for the GAPC Impact Awards is none other than Mushobozi from Tanzania, Vijani Agribusiness Enterprises. Ooh.
Congratulations.
Yay. Ooh, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Aggie. Now, I've just received some exciting news, and I would like to invite Jane from USAID onto the stage to tell us what this very exciting news is.
Good morning, surprise. Congratulations to all of you. We know how difficult it is to get this far, and we've said over and over this entire week you are all winners. But those of you who have not won anything, we have a surprise for you. We have a recognition award,
right?
So of $1,000 each.
Thank you.
So for a photo.
So well done, go-getters.
Would you all please, quickly, the 6 of you, come and just share a photo together on stage.
All the go-getters, please.
Thank you so much.
All the go-getters that didn't win a prize, please come up. You just won a prize.
In the Go-Gettaz competition. Well, we'll take one together. So USAID is very happy to encourage all of you, and thank you for being here for this recognition award. Come.
Congratulations, well done.
Well done.
You never know what could happen when you come to Generation Africa. Wow, that's exciting. So we're going to move on to the AYute winners segment. And to announce the winners for this segment, I would like to welcome onto the stage Ms. Surita Sandersham.
Great. I'm not opening any envelopes, but I did want to say that to describe this week as just provoking, insightful, and impressive would really be an understatement. We've engaged in conversations about the youth bulge, and it's really about the demographic dividend that's going to pay off, and the critical necessity for partnerships that offer innovative financial support and mentorship, guaranteeing that our young agripreneurs can attain substantial growth and endure sustainability. Being here today is a clear testament to the fact that our young innovators are on the right path to transforming our food systems. We've heard this. They've crafted amazing technological solutions that address the needs of smallholder farmers, boosting productivity, promoting environmental sustainability, and ultimately increasing their livelihoods, which is really important. I want to thank and really extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of you today. GoGettaz winners, Pitch AgriHack, and the AYute Africa challenges. Your accomplishments are truly commendable, and you've inspired many, many individuals today. Know that there is a multiplier effect to your winnings. And to look at agriculture as being a career that you want to take on. And the potential, you've also expressed and shown the potential in this sector for generations to come. And that's really important. In light of this, I am delighted So it's really important to hear the names, right? So let me just say where we are. So I'm delighted to announce the winners of the of our regional 2022 AYute Africa Challenge. And we've encountered some pretty amazing and remarkable innovations. And while we could not give everyone the prize, we want to acknowledge the fact that you committed yourself and you engaged in this process. But right now, we want to acknowledge the well-deserved success of 3 winners. And representing Southern Africa, who unfortunately can't be here, we have Braystone. Hailing from West Africa, we have Thrive Agric. And they're here, so give them a round of applause. And from East Africa, we have DigiCow. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. They're continuing to blaze a trail of transformation across the continent. So I want to thank Ayo Arikawe and Jemima Wanjiku. Congratulations, guys. You deserve it. Absolutely. Can we get a picture?
Congratulations, well done. And thank you, Ms. Sarita. Sarita is the president and CEO of Heifer International. Thank you so much for coming down here for this. We really, really are grateful, and just thank you again for your continued partnership. I hope you feel appreciated, and I think I've spent the whole week thanking you. Your work is amazing. All right, guys. We are now headed over to the Pitch AgriHack winners. Yeah. I'm very excited about this one. This is the final award of the day. So just to make it a little bit more exciting, I want to see which side is more excited. So when I point to your side, I want you to just make some noise. And then when I point to your side, I want you to just make some noise. All right. So this is side 1 and this is side 2. Side 1. Side 2. Ooh. You know what? It seems like they're more excited than the actual contestants. Side 1. Side 2. Wow, yeah, side two have arms and everything in the air. All right, so to introduce the winner of the Pitch AgriHack competition, which is sponsored by the Heifer Foundation, we're gonna welcome to the stage. Let me make sure I welcome the person and not announce the winner and welcome them. You know, this is a very serious job that I'm doing here. So I want to call onto the stage Ms. Mbago Buhu. Okay, instead, I would like to call Jane to the stage. Jane Lowiki. Jane. Welcome back to the stage, Jane. Have you got any more surprises for us?
I guess this is still a surprise.
Exactly. So, please could you help me to announce our early stage startup winners?
Thank you. After great debates and lively discussion with great enthusiasm, I am happy to announce the Pitch AgriHack 2023 early stage winners are: first place, Watson Matza, Jesus Farm, South Africa. Congratulations, Watson. It's a pleasure. And the runner-up, El Madi Aumanadel from Deep Leaf.
Congratulations. This is so exciting. So now we're going to move on to our women-led category winners. To announce this, I would like to invite a very inspirational woman. Her name is Evelyn Musyoka. Evelyn, please come onto the stage. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you for the great job that you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Oh wow, it gives me a great pleasure to introduce the winner of the women-led category, and the winner is Tunde Adayemi from Nigeria.
Congratulations, Tunde. I know you're not a woman. Well, congratulations anyway for the... So there's been a change. So yes, congratulations for the mature stage winners now. There's been a change. Wait, you're not done yet. Evelyn, we've got one more. All right, let's go.
Okay, and the next winner is Rim Nafer, all the way from Egypt. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Rim. And you are a woman. Even though this is not the women-led category, but congratulations as well. Surprises today. Now we're going to do the women-led categories. I love this job. So to yes. So to announce the women-led categories, I'm now going to invite Delphine, Miss Delphine Traore, back to the stage. All right, welcome back for a second time. Let's see what surprise awaits for us in this envelope.
I have a great passion for women entrepreneurs. So it's with great honor that I will announce the winner Priscilla Wakarera. Lape Akimpelu.
Congratulations, Sholape. Sholape is the CEO of Harvest Nigeria. Thank you and congratulations to our women. Thank you so much. Well done, everyone. So now we would like to invite all of our winners today onto the stage for some pictures together. So can all of our winners come up on stage, please? And I just want to say once again, for those who took part, thank you so much for coming all the way here. I don't want you to leave feeling down. We really appreciate your participation, and for you to get to this stage, it means that your ideas and innovations are truly groundbreaking and remarkable. Unfortunately, there can only be a few prizes. I wish we could give everyone a prize. So thank you and well done to you again. Amazing. Can we please have all of our finalists now please join the winners on stage? Let's give them a huge round of applause. Let's get all of our finalists on stage, please. Maybe we could have some people on the stairs. Maybe we can have some people on the stairs, and then just to bring it a little bit closer.
It's the kids, baby.
Ni leo, acha tu niwaweke wazi, mubaki na mishangao kuswa ya mapenzi, nataka kuyaeleza. Na leo tena waiteni paparazi, warushe kwa mitandao, siataki mapenzi, nataka jipongeza. Naimwita yo baby, kumbe naye na baby, oh ulimuna kipenzi, ni mshenza kupendi, ama kweli mtihani, mambo mengi dunia na mistresi siwezi, oh siwezi.
Congratulations again.
Maisha mafupi ni simple, yani nini tesekero.
Now please ask our judges to join us and our partners to join stage as well, please. Thank you.
Maisha mafupi ni siku. Yani nini teseke roho. Jiunge nami upozeko.
Kama kupenda bora nimpende mama yangu, kama kupendwa mimi nitajipenda peke yangu. Oh, kilichomponza fala kujiona simba kumbe swala, kazama kwenye penzi utwala badala kusaka miamala. Ayo toka neti pesa sana pendeza na tena na enjoy na wanangu maombo wakamtinda soma na kamwili kana nona